Giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings unto the 144,000, as well as the rest of the elect. It's Brother Tazapai here with your daily lunch special. And today we're going into Lot's wife. All right, so we're here, Luke chapter 17, verse 31. It says, in that day, he which shall be upon the housetop, and his stuff in the house, let him not come down and take it away. And he that is in the field, let him likewise not return back. Remember Lot's wife. All right? And so in order to do that, we have to go back and recall the account. All right? And why it is that the Lord, brought this ancient account up into current events. All right, because this is a prophecy. The Lord is prophesying now. He prophesied this took place 70 AD. All right, but we're getting ready to be hit with it again. All right, the same persecution from these same Roman Edomites. All right, we are in Rome 2.0. All right, the revised Roman Empire. Trump is Nero. And the persecution is getting ready to come down the pike just as it did in Yahushai's time. All right. And so it's a reason why he stated to remember Lot's wife. And again, what does it say? This is Romans chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning. All right, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. You see, and that's what the Lord wants you to go back. He wants you to remember Lot's wife. Go back and read the account to see what not to do, so therefore you can have hope. And that's what this is all about. For whatsoever things were written aforetime. And the account of the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah and all the rest of the cities, it was 5 cities in total. Sodom, Gomorrah, Zoar, Zeboam, Admah. All were destroyed. All right? And this was recorded, written aforetime. It says, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience. And this is one of the things why we need to remember Lot's wife, all right? That we through patience and comfort of the scriptures, not of this world, but the comfort of the scriptures, might have hope. All right, now with that being said, when we look at Genesis, well, let's go. I don't know what happened. When you look at Genesis 19 and 17, let's start at 16. This is Genesis chapter 19, verse 16. And while he lingered, he being Lot, all right, and they didn't really believe the account, nothing like this had ever been done. What the Heavenly Father is getting ready to do had never been done in the earth before. And it sounds far-fetched. And even when you tell people today, all right, knowing that there are missiles, and they even name some of them Hellfire missiles. They have a whole array of missiles, talking about Esau, Edom. They have all of these missiles. And you tell people America's going to be destroyed by the thermonuclear missiles. And they know it's a possibility, but yet their mind won't let them. Well, it's just, I don't know what type of sorcery they're under. But this man has showed you nothing but, that he has no care for humanity or life in general. And I'm talking about the Edomite man. And I don't see how people could think that it's so far-fetched that America would be wiped off the map. But when you tell people today, even knowing that these missiles exist, they don't believe it. So when you go back to Lot's time, you know, and this is why the Most High had mercy on him. You can see how he would have, you know, issues. Even though angels came to him, he just really, you know, well, let's read it. Because I don't want to say what Lot was doing or what was in his mind, but this is what the scripture has said, all right? And while he lingered, why would he linger? And the angel just told him that the Most High is getting ready to destroy all of this shit. Now take Abraham, for example. Abraham believed. You see? And even though Lot was righteous, he wasn't of the faith of Abraham. All right? But now he had to be reborn back into it. All right? Because Lot is an Israelite. He wasn't in that case, neither was Abraham. But now they're in the fold. And when you come in the fold, you're supposed to be of the faith of our father Abraham. All right? Because when the Lord told Abraham, he was like, oh, Lord, don't do it. Please don't do it. Let me see if I can find 20 righteous men. I believe it was 20, then it went down to 10. But Abraham knew the Lord wasn't playing. And he was trying to plead for the people of Sodom and Gomorrah. And not the wicked, but he said if it's some righteous. And I believe that's in the 18th chapter, but you have to read it. All right? And my point here being is, Abraham knew the Lord. He believed. He knew the Lord wasn't playing. And was going to do everything that Yahushua told him was going, or the angel. All right, I believe it was Yahushua. But here we see Lot lingered. All right? Right, because he didn't fully believe. I mean, there ain't nothing else I could say. He just, I don't know what was his problem. I don't know what Lot's problem was, but it says, and while he lingered, the men, these angels, laid hold upon his hand and upon the hand of his wife. All right? And upon the hand of his two daughters, the Lord being merciful unto him, and they brought him forth and set him without the city. That's right. So they had to take him out because Lot was lollygagging. All right? Verse 17, and when it came to pass, when they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, escape for thy life. Look not behind thee, neither stay thou in all the plain. Escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed. And Lot said unto them, oh, not so, my Lord. Behold, now thy servant hath found grace in thy sight, and thou hast magnified thy mercy, which thou hast shown unto me in saving my life. And I cannot escape to the mountain, lest some evil take me and I die. Behold, now this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. Oh, let me escape thither. Is it not a little one? And my soul shall live. And he said unto him, see, I have accepted thee concerning this thing, that I will not overthrow this city for the which thou hast spoken. Haste thee, escape thither, for I cannot do anything till thou be come thither. Therefore the name of the city was called Zoar. The sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered Zoar, Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. This is exactly what's coming to America in the form of missiles, all right? The Lord is going to rain thermonuclear fire on Babylon and other parts of the world, all right, for judgment, for the wickedness of these cities, just as he destroyed Sodom, Gomorrah, Zoar, Zeboam, and Admah, for the wickedness that took place within them, all right? So it tells you that Lot fled to Zoar, but let's read on. Verse 25, and he overthrew those cities and all the plain and all the inhabitants of the city and that which grew upon the ground. But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. And Abraham got up early in the morning to the place where he stood before the Lord. And he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah and toward all the land of the plain, and beheld, and lo, the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace. It says, and it came to pass when the Most High destroyed the cities of the plain, and that the Most High remembered Abraham and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrow, when he overthrew the cities in the which Lot dwelt. All right, so that's including Zoar. So here we go, verse 30. And Lot went up out of Zoar and dwelt in the mountain where the angel told him at first. But see, Jake got to see. The angel told him at first, go to the mountain. Oh, I'm going to die if I go to the mountain. I can't do it. Let me go to the Zoar, this little small city right here. I'll be good. Well, this is what it say. Verse 30, and Lot went up out of Zoar and dwelt in the mountain, and his two daughters with him, for he feared to dwell in Zoar. Of course you should fear. They saw that destruction, heard all that noise. They said, man, we better get the hell up out of here too. We better get to the mountains. Because see, Lot thought the angels was playing. And this is why the Lord wants us to go back and remember this account. The Most High is not playing with any of us. All right? Lot's wife is a warning to us as Yahushai's wife. We ain't got time to look back. All right? And it was just more than her turning her neck to look. She was caught up in that life. She couldn't give it up. And then you read it. You know, where is it? Oh, yeah. Wait, where was that at? Let's read 30, because we got to read on, all right? It's Genesis 19 and 30, and Lot went up out of Zoar and dwelt in the mountain, and his two daughters with him, for he feared to dwell in Zoar, and he dwelt in a cave, and his two daughters. All right, so let it go up. Right here, Genesis 19 and 26. Let's go back to 25. And he overthrew those cities, and all the plain, and all the inhabitants of the cities, and that which grew on the ground. So everything was destroyed. But his wife looked back from behind him, all right? And she became a pillar of salt. So once she was lagging behind, because she was behind him, all right, lollygagging, and she didn't really want to leave. And this lends credibility to what I was saying, because you look at Sodom and Gomorrah, it's the reason why America is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. All right, it was sexual immorality, depravity going on, all type of lewdness and just despicable acts going on in Babylon. All right, and whenever you got that type of depravity, you know women had some type of authority. All right, and that was big among Ham. All right, when you talk about Sodom and Gomorrah, you're talking about these Hamites. Still today, you got a lot of Ham that's matriarchal. And when you look at King Ahab and his Hamite wife, Zidonian. Her father was the king of, I forget, I'm sorry. Don't quote me on that, but her father was king of one of them Hamite tribes. But they used, them Hamite women are used to running men. You saw that with you saw that with Jezebel. All right, King Ahab and Jezebel. She wasn't just happy in her position. No, she wanted her husband's position, and she basically ruled the throne through him. All right, and that's the lesson that you learn from Ahab. Don't let your woman usurp your authority. I'm going to find who Jezebel's people is, I guess still is. You come back in your lot. Jezebel is too many E's, I guess. Let me try that. God damn it. Shit. King of the Zidonians. Oh, all right. I was right. And so here we are. It's 1 Kings 16, verse 31. It says, "And it came to pass, as if it had been a light thing for him to walk in the sins of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, that he took to wife Jezebel, the daughter of Ethbaal, king of the Zidonians." All right. And these are Canaanites, Tyre and Zidon. All right. And went and served Baal and worshipped him. And I just wanted to get that Jezebel was of the Zidonians. Her father, Ethbaal, was king of Zidon, king of the Zidonians. All right. So them Hamites have a tradition among them where they, I don't know if it was a 50-50, but, you know, America is a reflection to a degree of some of them Hamite tribes and nations back in the day. Remember, America is spiritually Sodom. All right? So here it's telling us Jezebel, the Hamite daughter of the Hamite Ethbaal, of the king of Zidon, she came into Israel. You think she would learn her place, sit her ass down somewhere, but no, she was calling a lot of the shots. She had righteous men put to death. Matter of fact, she persecuted the prophets. This is what happened when you let an unruly woman, when you let her usurp your authority. Everything goes south. Now, this is all in remembrance of Lot's wife. All right, because she was a Hamite. Because I don't remember Lot coming out. He probably did. He could have came with, so I ain't going to say that. I don't remember if Lot left with his wife or did he take a wife. I have to go back and read the account. But anyway, here we are back in Genesis 19, verse 26. But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. So if you women think just because you got a man of the Lord or one of the hopeful elect and that you good, here it is, you know, Lot was chosen. He was chosen to receive mercy. Therefore, that made him an elect. Did it matter when it came to his wife? No. And I believe some of you women out there, you've given these brothers hard times. Yeah, y'all better remember Lot's wife. This is a message to all of us. Us as Yahweh's bride, his hopeful future wife, we need to be in obedience. And you women, all right, with men of the hopeful elect, you have to do right by those men. You have to be in obedience. Because if you think just because, you know, your man is so-and-so and such, well, they don't even mention Lot's wife's name, do they? You don't know nothing about her. But had she listened, she'd probably have a name here. Should have probably been mentioned. Because she would have been, well, who knows? Who knows? But she wasn't mentioned, just as Lot's wife. And now, you know, you can go on and say Lot's rebellious wife, because we have to understand, again, why the Lord want us to remember Lot's wife. And that was a message for us in these last days. He wants us to remember Lot's wife because he doesn't want us to be destroyed. Okay? Now, the similarities, or how does that look for us in this truth, looking back? All right? You're not fully putting off the old man. You might partially put him off, or you might not even be putting him off at all. But you're dwelling in that old man. You everything that the scriptures say not to do, to mortify your members, you're not mortifying them. You're taking pleasures in the things that Babylon has to offer. That's not to the edifying of your soul. These things cause you to look back. The comforts of this place. And I'm sure that's what Lot's wife was missing. Probably thinking back on, reminiscing about them comforts. They probably had it going on around there. Because we know Lot went into Sodom and Gomorrah, wherever he decided to settle down. He went in with great substance. So they had it going on. And I'm not sure, because we don't have much info on his wife. She could have been a Hamite. She could have been, who knows. But it was something about that life she couldn't let go of. And it cost her her life. There's nothing here in Babylon worth your soul. Nothing here in Babylon worth your soul. Now is the time, all right, because we're running out of time. Time is getting short. Now is the time to remember Lot's wife. Quit looking back at the life you had in Babylon. Look forward to the life we're going to have in Hamashiach, Yahushua. And let's push toward that. All right? So with that, that's the daily lunch special. To the next one. Shalom.